Hello, guys. It's 4 a.m. It's getting late. Am I here reading stories to you? Wow, what a kind friend I am. Shouldn't you value this friendship by subscribing? Anyway, welcome to Route 2. We're probably gonna finally meet FF, which I guess she's quite a character, although I absolutely have no idea. Your occasion to remark before Alternia is a dark word, not because it's night all day long, and because of this hideously brutal society, where the strong prey on the weak and the weak prey on the weaker, and all this preying ends only when the survivors are shipped out to prey on everyone else in the galaxy. Poof. Alternia cruelty has been on your mind for a long time, but recently it's begun to feel intolerable. You decide to take a walk in the woods to calm yourself, but it seems that with every step your mood only grows darker, your agitation greater. As you walk, you remember the nameless Alternian friends who have fallen to the planet's injustice. Your mood goes from bad to worse. You've been waiting around like spoiled, self-centered narrative device for lightning bolt of illumination to reveal your reason for living, to explain your peculiar and insatiable hunger for friendship, and to show you the destiny attached to it. So I wonder, is it better just to teleport them to Earth at this point? Seem they're having a hard time here. They probably will be fine on Earth. They'll probably be able to survive. Because let's be honest, it's already a survival to the fittest to here, but like escalated, you know. It should be a breeze here on Earth. You think you know who caused this, but why? Me sitting here like a child waiting for a teacher to explain the answer to a difficult math question. Risk and Teresa are arming up, change the world, and what are you doing? Usual bullshit. You're thinking. You're navel gazing. What? Because I'm not aiding them, it is what you're worried about? And then with a sudden blinding clarity, you understand Vriska is right. Teresi is right. The answer is revolution. Who gives a shit? Who cares what some big dumb universe thinks your destiny should be? You take Dream Boldir's advice and choose your own fate. Take the answer to the meaning of your life into your own hands. Set your own course. The gods, the fates, the universe, and whoever will have to jump back pretty sharply because your direction is clear to you at least. Your agitation turns to indignation, your indignation to outrage, outrage to anger, anger to fury, fury to ferocity, ferocity to white-hot resolve. The horrors of this planet have got to stop. You are feeling particularly dramatic today. Doubtless due in part to the shift in narrative tone and general prose quality in this episode, so now is the time. Alternia cruelty and violence have upset and shocked you since you arrived, but as more and more of the population suffering under these wrongs have become your personal friends. It has become unbearable. You've been wondering all along, who will make it stop? Now you know the answer. If you are the main character, then you have to be the one to get the ball rolling, and you begun to suspect that you cannot die for reasons seemingly tied to your function as a narrative device, so there's a bit of characterization you can bring to bear. Damn, we are fucking for wall. No longer will you linger in the wings, waiting for the narrative to summon you to heroics. With this momentous decision girding you for insisting? After you set your mind to the question of how to accomplish it, you start by making an inventory of the strengths and weaknesses you possess and can bring bear on the task. Strengths. 1. Experience drumming up friendship in the most unlikely situation. Ability to travel instantaneously anywhere you want to go. Weakness, everything else. Oh, we are a little bitch. This helpful mental exercise clarifies matters significantly. You see clearly that the only way to a single humble being such as yourself to change Alternia is to go directly to the point of maximum leverage. In other words, straight to the top. So you wanna teleport them in a volcano? You'll need, both of your resources in this quest. You need to travel superhumanly and superluminally into the immediate company of Alternia's ruler and throw your full friendship game on them, with the objective of persuading them to initiate reforms, change rules, and set the plan of course to civilization. But your darting intellect realize something else. It won't be easy. The rule of a word such as Alternia must be a fearsome, fell creature, a monster of no ordinary loathsomeness and cruelty. On Alternia, you have seen a gigantic ravening Lucy? What else is that? Genocidal clowns, murders, high bloods, and every kind of grisly crime, to the point of making believe in Santa Claus almost impossible. Poor children. It stands to reason that the leader of such word must also be the cruelest, gruesomeness, most terrifying being of them all, a being of nearly impossible evil. For the first time since this plan caught fire in your mind, a whisper of doubt creeps in. It occurs to you that the most likely outcome of your quest for the reformation of Alternia is a scenario where your internal organs are fastened over a wide area, your eyes pop out of your skulls, and your brains splutter to find mist. Well, I guess ultimate massacre, I guess, at the end of the day. Well, experience suggests that you are not unkillable. You are non-killable. That sort of thing may offend, not to mention be excruciatingly painful. But it'll be a better idea to have a light lunch and lie down until you're press on fearlessly with your quest. No, but let's have some lunch. Oh, come on now. If you're an indispensable narrative device with nearly superhuman befriending powers and actually superhuman traveling powers, won't you try to reform Alternia? Who will? Have you no pride, no grit, no old college spirit? They drain me. Go back and select the right answer. Well, damn you. Fuck off. They don't ask me. Scorning all difficulties, you decide to press on fearlessly with your quest. You gather yourself, consigning your soul to heaven or whatever, and prepare for the worst. You close your eyes and think, take me to the highest being of Alternia. Then you grit your teeth and prepare to the ultimate horror. You feel the familiar sensation of superhuman, subliminal travel, and the world changes around you. You're under you somewhere else, somewhere that feels quite different from your previous forest location. Very different, actually. A lot wetter. Wetter? I am suffocating now. It quickly becomes apparent that there is a good news and a bad news. The good news is that instead of a eldritch monster, you materialize next to a rather pleasant-looking troll girl with fins, her head and wearing goggles, and a tiara. The bad news is that you are drowning. You seem to have materialized in the middle of the ocean. Gloob Kelp 380. Your own greeting may seem a bit less cheery in that it consists of thrashing wildly, with your eyes budging out as you fight not to inhale while trying to concentrate on zapping yourself the heck out of there. I believe the pressure will actually crush our skull, assuming that we are really in deep water, as you look at the size of the building, so we're actually pretty much dead at this point. The troll girl is watching in astonishment, but suddenly seems to understand. You see her take a big breath, and water throwing some gills on her neck, then something starts to come out of her mouth, a bubble. The bubble expand until you feel a moderate break over you, and suddenly you can breathe. You collapse coughing, gasping onto this floor, which feels like inside of a huge submerged balloon, yielding but effectively keeping the water at bay. The troll girl sits across from you in the bottom of the bubble, studying you curiously and anxiously. Cuttlefish color? Glug 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 glug. Are you okay? 380. Why are you ending your sentence with 380? Recovering from your brush with drowning, you're able to notice with relief that despite her conversational quirks, she looks friendly, even glad to see you. You try to say something, but all that comes out your mouth is water and spluttering sound. I don't speak whatever language that is. It's very pretty though. You burble some water tricklets out of your ears. Sorry, I still don't understand. Do you speak any Alternian? With a great effort, you gasp, yes. Oh, yeah. My name is Feferi. Peixes Gloob Gloob. What's your name? You bubble weekly? It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you, Blob 38. Is that a face? You nod politely, expel another half gallon of water, then weakly say that it's very nice to meet her too, not least because if she hadn't been there, things might have gotten unpleasant for you, and you have probably that. You're welcome, but whatever you're doing here, almost nobody comes this way. It's not really on the way to a new year. What? She looks sad when she says it, and you wonder that some poor troll child should be living all by herself way out in these submerged parts, so far from anyone. How did you manage to appear from nowhere like that? So I'm trying to read it normally, so you don't have to. Whatever. You almost gave me a heart attack. Glub glub. You tell her you were trying to use some superhuman powers. You have to go to visit the highest being on Alternia. The troll girl seems to perk up at this. You wanted to come visit me? You shake your head vigorously to try to get the water out of your ears. The troll girl looks disappointed. You didn't come to see me. You apologize and say that you are quite happy to be visiting her, but you misheard her last remark. You thought she had implied that she was the highest being of Alternia. Just goes to show you how deep submergency and waterlogging can cloud your hearing. Oh, no, Glove, you heard me right. I am the... highest being of Alternia. Most of it the time I'm the future Empress, heiress to the throne of the Alternia Empire. Which is great, which is a great big clubbing pile of whale poop as far I'm concerned. Okay. What? You look around the multiple razor-toothed, vibrating acid-spitting heads, tearing close and bad at you that you are sure Alternia highest being must have. But then you start to remember your Alternian social science. You haven't had any formal Alternian education. You are not even sure to know the device, however indispensable, are eligible to sign up for classes. You pick up stuff up when you hang around a place long enough. So you know that the Empress spent most of her time off planet leading merciless troll hordes into conquest of the galaxy. You also know that there's only ever one of the other member of her royal Fuchsia bloodline, the heiress, in existence at any time, as long as the condense doesn't kill her on her rare visit to the home planet, that is. The troll goes glub sadly, and you realize that being the only Fuchsia blood on the planet must make be lonely. Not only would you have enough strength to accidentally tear any troll visit you limb from limb without noticing, but you heard some sinister things about the heiress Lussus. Something about it being the size of a continent hungry and devoid of space and evil as hell. Devils go to it if there are bad devils, something that might discourage casual visits by friends who don't want to double as snacks. So I can see that. Wait, so from understanding, so the actual ruler of this horrific place is actually doing like world conquest, like space war, but at the same time you wonder that such seemingly agreeable and sensitive troll as this girl could preside over such grindingly horrible planet as Alternia. How can she live with herself? Does she even know what goes outside her insular little ocean? But you put all that aside for now. Here you are, right where you wanted to be when you made your master plan for Alternia reform. You haven't been devoured, dismembered, or decapitated, and the person you want to persuade seems eminently persuasible, not to mention friendable. So you're ahead of the game so far. Time to take a full advantage. Your Royal Highness, you begin. Lab, call me FEF, Lab 38. Much friendly to be on a fish name basis. I'm so happy and excited to have another friend. Perfect phase 1 of your plan seems to have practically accomplished itself, but there is no time to waste. As there in the bubble, your new friend created is starting to get stuffy, and you know you are going to have to zap out there soon. You mentioned it as a casual conversational tone that you've been visiting Alternia for some time now. Now, do you like it? Is certainly unusual. Yet, as putting it lightly, I'm sure everyone has been incredibly mean to you. Well, yes, to start off without the least. The sea dwellers think they are so much better than everybody else, but they are just a bunch of selfish, arrogant bastards. The big bloody prey on the low bloods, and no one cares how the people feel or even if they live or die. Drones fly around killing anybody weak or useless. Oh, well, she seems to know. Maybe she got plans on her own. Phase 2 of your plan is half in the bag already. You feel dizzying suddenly and how your quest is working out without the least effort on your part. Also from lack of oxygen. You're gasping for breath and the darkness is gathering. At the edges of your vision, it's about a minute you are going to pass out from oxygen deprivation. What to be done? Stick around and test the whole of us you cannot die. Yes, let's test it. You are fading fast and black tunnel is closing around you and sounds are getting dim. You wiggle your fingers and try to get out of entreaty. Glub, are you okay, Blub? For reply you catch your throat, falling heavily to the floor and lose consciousness. You are to regain consciousness as you do. You realize the air is going through your lungs, fresh oxygenated air, the most beautiful thing you ever felt. Trust me, the best thing about not being suffocated is breathing. You realize also that you're in a palatial, though messy bedroom. And while you can see underwater realms, outside the window, the room itself is dewatered. The fresh air seemed to be coming from a large conch shell sitting on the floor nearby and humming quietly, like an air purifier. You sworn over a chase lunge, and the fairy Pixis is fanning you with a large palm frond. That's very kind of you, Your Highness. Blub, are you alright? Blub, why didn't you tell me you couldn't breathe? You scared the shit out of me. The bishine out of me. You struggled upright and tried to smile bravely. You apologize for scaring her, but observe that one of the symptoms of not being able to breathe is not being able to talk. You thank her effectively for saving you. Glad that's an emperor's duty. Instead of encouraging people to be mean and hurt each other, she should do whatever she can do to help them. Okay, I'm getting a hang of it. It's kind of hard to read. Tears mount to your eyes, a lump to your throat. When she said that, she really means it. Have a couple of suggestions. Of course, I mean it. I'm glad at how abyssal things have been around here. When I'm an empress, things are going to different. Okay, so she's not empress. We can agree with that. She's a heir of the throne. So until that happening, nothing can really change. You respectfully wonder how long it will be before she becomes empress. Only a couple of thousand more sweeps. I guess that is the biggest problem and trouble. Oh cool, what happens to everyone on Alternia in the meantime? Feferi looks momentarily thoughtful. I don't know, I haven't thought of that about that part. I guess I'm not equal to my big ideas. And what if when she becomes empress she feels differently? How does she know her imperious condescension? You can feel the same way as Feferi does now, when she was her age. What if there was something that makes adult empress evil? Something they cannot control? What if Feferi grows up to be socially liberal, but fiscally conservative? What a horrible thought. Sad face. You have to strike while the iron is hot and will never leave till tomorrow. What you can do today, as teaching the time saves 9. Procrastination is the thief of time. The longest journey started with a single step. It's no use crying over spilled milk. Feferi has been convinced because you are running out of cliches. Below, the area still looks uncertain. Everything you say is funky too, but rebelling against the Empress, it will be dangerous. I'm not sure it will be the right. It might be called Global to make it the vast glob that will destroy everyone, you know? Oh, glob. You mean gulp? You didn't realize that you are not sure what the vast glob is, but it sounds bad. I guess the Empress is like omnipotent. She like has the Kraken or something. What I'm very curious is that how many years have to pass? How long is the lifespan of some creature? Like the Empress have 1,000 years? Like how old she can be? That's the question. Oh, it is before we do anemone thing. We need more as Harris. I have special metaphysical periscope. You know that it's not made up, but a little metaphysical advice certainly might come in handy at a time like this. Without further delay, the Harris goes to an ornate jewel-encrusted tube. It rises from the floor of her palatial bedroom. It seemed to extend into the underwater depths, though air pressure seemed to be keeping the water from flowing through it into the room. She yells into the tube louder than you would thought someone so agreeable looking could yell. Blah 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 blah. There's wailing, gurgling sound. Oh wow, there's actual kraken in this game. Gurgling something is sent through the tube into the room. Something pale, featureless, and loose as a lusus, but unmistakably a tentacle. A tentacle with a bulbous eyes and out of the end. You'll dive behind luxurious sofa. You rather that the hairs listen in and see you plump and tasty you look. Almost immediately the eyes out of the self on top of the tube harness into something that looks like a very large crystal ball. Wait, what are we looking at? Shapes move and change inside this crystal ball, and they resolve themselves into a scene. A scene you recognize, you realize with a shock. You come out from behind the sofa, approaching the crystal ball, staring into it. In its depth, dark place appears in the dark place. Carnival, her soul, rotates within the horses, going up and down. Above them, naked plastic mannequins with a plastic wings hang from wires. The dark carnival. Jumping Jehoshaphat. Is that where the fairy gets her metaphysical advice? Okay, that's a weird, freaky place. The scene grows clearer and closer, zooming into one of the horses and on the figure riding. Your heart begins to beat wildly. It can be, but... Harako! Honk! Suddenly you're dancing around the room with joy. You gap a fairy and whirly her with you and as you dance. At first she gaps in surprise, but then she gets into the spirit and begins to whirl too. Her straining such that she spins you like a fan blade, your blood all going to your legs, and when she lets you go, hit the wall like a bullet and roots down the floor. He lets you go, you hit the wall like a bullet and roots down the floor. But as you recover consciousness, your joy is barely containable. You never thought to see that sweet, sweet fellow again. But now here he is, and evidently he's come up in the world because he's communicating exclusively with a royal Fushua Blood princess. You're so proud that your heart feels about to explode. My friend, Lover, they have a plan, but you wouldn't go that far. I'm just not sure what to do. Karako. Honk, 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 honk. Just hold on. There are just some controls and the jewel tube, they must have near translation controls because in mid-sensor, Karako remarks change from semantic honks into conventional language form. And when they do, you realize that this isn't the same Karako you knew way back when. Yeah, this Hong Kong. Well, what you ask is not simple, little one. To truly know the answer, you must learn that there is much more to your story than meets the eye. You must expand your vision to see the big picture, and even the big picture, of which the big picture is only a pixel. Yeah, I know that. This isn't the usual globs shit. You silly quadrant glob shit for wigglers. I need some real answer here. You study Karako, he's obviously the same troll, but the changes in him are equally obvious. His eyes are deep and wells, his face grave and kind. Either he's done a lot of reading and undergone a lot of life experience since you last saw him, or else he's become a honking mouthpiece of some vast mystical wisdom type entity, which offers metaphysical advice to princess, or perhaps whatever person or process sustains the Dark Carnival. But how did Karako get that job? You wave madly at Karako as he and the heiress talk, but either he doesn't see you, or he no longer knows you, or he thinks imparting serious metaphysical advice is too solemn an occasion for waving like a maniac. Either way, he ignores you and keeps talking. Does Troll who paddles on a oars vessel down a rushing river control her own fate, or does the river control her? The answer is of course both. The river has its force, but with the Troll can move her both where she will. You are the heiress, and thus the fate that sweeps you along is vast and swift and powerful, but also your arm is strong and your oar vessel stout. Do not despair of your own strength. Yet there is more. We see by mystic means that the rushing river you navigate is itself being swept along by the unimaginable vaster rushing cosmic river. And on the planet which that vast cosmic river traverses, it is itself being swept along with the even infinitely greater supercosmic river. There are many such metaphorical cosmic meta-river levels in this particular instantiation of the story, to see if you row with utmost power to change your course of the river you are navigating, the river you can see, the other meta-rivers continue to swap you on as before, without regarding on any tiny adjustment you may make down at your level. Yet do not despair, you may through a long deep meditate descended the bounds of this small world, rising higher and higher so that you're able to see, comprehend, and transcend those vast, meta-vast cosmic river levels one by one. And what you can see, you can learn how to navigate using meta-vessel and meta-worlds fashion from meta-cosmic star stuff. And also remain humble about the creator of this world, yes, and a creator above which yet another creator greater than him, above her, yet another creator. This is what cause Barbara blinks like pieces of chessboard, and if the chess piece grows wise enough, they may move the movers. The worst of the movement in this universe upon which are unimaginably large, and yet you are unimaginably small, yet nonetheless, that you know your smallness in your small world are indispensable, like a cable piece of button on the fiddle, total Jenga power. Holy shit, how long it goes. Now with these things, do you wish to undertake the great work of awakening, enlightenment that will bear you the full right reality? I feel like I read a bunch of nothingness, the work of a million mantras, thousands of sweeps, 100 lives. Knowing with these things, do you instead choose to apply your vessel, the words of your own word, remain of the personal life has made you. Remaining a key yet unknowing piece of the towering stack of universe influencing your own destiny or your corporal arrival, swept in destination beyond your understanding in a fulfillment of the larger story. Either choice is noble, little one. Your only duty is to burden to choose the one that seems best to you. Oh my god, is that not nothingness? It's like the Delphi altar, but it basically tell you, you may die, you may not die. Just like little more longer, more convoluted, and unnecessary longer. Oh my gosh, you basically say nothing. The fairy turns to you, is scared that both courses described by the wise one speaking through Karako hold attraction for her, and that she's on a razor edge between them. The merest word from you will be enough to lead her into the direction or one to the other. Which way you choose to lead? Oh my god, this is life-threatening. Doesn't matter. Influence her to choose the path of meditation, doesn't influence her to choose path of word reaction and accomplishment. Accomplishment? Well chosen, little one. Step forward to that your marshmallow-like companion to step forward to. I held me to sharing your worthy effortless blessing, and they seem noble and loyal marshmallows, though a bit manic in the hand-waving department. You and Feferi step forward, and Karako and come right out of the crucible, devising two, and make gesture of blessing over your heads. You immediately feel strength and course coursing through you. As Lucy's tentacle turns back into an eye and returns from the two. You turn to look into Feferi's sparkling eyes, and you see that she's feeling the same intrepid energy. Yeah. I think a good portion of it was Glub's. Glub's shit, but still. What? Glub shit? Wait, what? He has a really good point somewhere in there. We can't just be cannons, we have to be fish. Even if at the end of the day we're just little minnows. You'll be whales to someone. You start to grab her for a dance, just by recalling your previous experience, quickly turn the gesture into after a high five, which she slapped, breaking several bones in your hand. Ouch. When shall we do? You ask her what's our plan. You feel a bit of a journey plane fairly overflowing from you. You have to introduce her to Therese and Friska to start off with the at least. Yes. God, but first I need time to think. I'm so excited. I'm sure the purpose of the visit was to reveal the will of destiny that awaits us. But we need to consider. Was that an H? Our next move. Will you come back to visit me again soon after some tides have passed? Then we can compare notes. Yeah, go. Going fun to be fun. Is this standing? Number worthily partnership victory. That hurt. That high five hurt. She's strong. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a long ass fucking conversation. It tired the fuck out of me. Oh my god, it drains me, and it's 4 AM. I should probably end the episode now and the next one. I'm quite curious what happens if I say meditate. Will she actually kill me and stab me in the fucking neck? That's a hard question. That's a big question. Anyway, oh, I didn't become a friend with a fairy. So if I choose the other one, I become friend? I guess. Okay, you know what? Just for you. I'm gonna end this episode. I'm gonna make the other one about Feferi, okay? I'm gonna choose the other option. I don't have the energy for this. Let's do everything. See you again very soon. So influence her to choose the path of meditation transcendence. Well, choose a little one step forward and you choose to companion step forward to. A friend share your transcendent journey is a blessing, and they seem noble and loyal. Cheese. What? Two perhaps a bit overexcitable. You and Fairy step forward, cargo hands come right to the crucible device into. Okay, it's the same gun. Up, you feel a power of fire course over your spine and through your chakras. The roaring flames obliterate all the world. When the flames substitute a resonant silence reigns, you and Fairy are seated in a full lotus position, either side of the fresh air conch, causing a bubble floating deep to the vast oceans of Alternia, where you can never be found by anyone until you emerge fully enlightened. With the power of gods, many yagas hence. Oh, so it doesn't really matter, it's very quick. Never mind guys, it's just straightforward. Yeah, I'll just put everyone in a single video. Hopefully I can record this. So this is what it is. It's very quick. Just different ending. That's all. But doesn't matter if he actually said that. So yeah. Good ending, I guess. Have a lovely day and see you again very soon.